Welcome to Parks and Pixie Dust Podcast.
Just an explosion in my ears right now.
Yep.
That's what she said.
Anyways, everybody, welcome back. Parks and Pixie Dust Podcast.
Hello, welcome.
We're so happy to have Rob and Nastassja on again as our guests.
Yep.
And today's topic, we are talking about Disney cruises. It was awesome having you guys on to talk about your Disneyland Paris trip. John and I obviously have not been on any Disney cruises, so I know when
No cruises at all for me.
No,
Sorry.
okay, none at all. Okay. When Steve and I met you guys on our Royal Caribbean honeymoon cruise, it was cool to talk with you briefly. I know we kind of briefly got into Disney cruises because you guys had been on, what, one or two? How many have you guys been on?
One.
Just one?
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to talk with you a little bit, but I think this will be fun today because we want to kind of hear your perspective, especially comparing to other cruise lines. And you guys are, big Disney people as well. So take it away. Tell us about your Disney cruise experience.
So I think we need to kind of preface, right? So we've been on 4 different cruise lines. So
Okay.
We've done Norwegian, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and Disney.
Okay.
And so I think out of all of them, we really are Royal Caribbean fans.
Yeah.
But for me, it was I wanted to experience the Disney magic
Right.
at sea because we loved cruising so much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool because when you sign up for a cruise, they make it like all about you for Disney. They send you a whole booklet. They've got everything in there. It's got all of your luggage tags. It's got your itinerary. It's got all your names in there. It's got all your flight information. It's got all of your excursions. It's got all the fine print that no one ever reads, that legal jargon that no one ever pays attention to. And
Yeah.
It just has everything like signing up your kids for kids club or, what to do when you embarkation date and, payment forms and all this good stuff, like minor stuff and signing your kids up for the kids camp. So they send you this whole booklet, which is really nice because none of the other cruise lines do that.
Right.
So,
I think, simply put, it's definitely white glove service.
Okay.
Right, from
More
start
organized.
to finish. It's and Jess, you've cruised Royal Caribbean, so they treat you good, but they're not rolling out the red carpet with things being sent to you prior to your trip.
Sure.
It's a lot of you having to go to their website,
Yeah.
logging in, signing up for stuff, making reservations, yada yada yada. Whereas here they take all of that and send a really nice, all-inclusive itinerary booklet,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Really
And-
white glove service.
And they used to do that too before everything kind of went digital and app based and smartphone based. They kind of did that with just regular resort reservations on property.
Well,
it was nice.
okay.
and I guess we should say for the record two things. One, we cruised pre-COVID in 2016, so
Okay.
it's been a minute since
Yep.
we've been on a Disney cruise.
Sure.
And to your point, John, a lot has definitely gone the way of digital since in the last 8 years. So
Sure.
even more so.
Oh yeah.
Which cruise ship were you on?
we were on Disney Magic.
Okay.
So that was the first one, right? One of the first ones.
I don't know, to be honest with you, because at that time I think there were only 4 ships in rotation. I think they have 6 now,
Yeah.
There's
if
4
I'm not
more.
mistaken.
There's-
So
yeah.
4 more
at
coming.
that time there was 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one debuting this year and then 25, 26, and then there's more debuting. By 2031, they said they're going to have 13
Wow. Wow.
ships. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's very successful.
Yeah.
So,
So they're obviously doing something right.
Yeah.
Right. So
Absolutely.
so having gone, what would you say they've done well?
You know what? I really thought that it was really nice when we showed up before, there's that point where you cross from the gangway area into the cruise ship. When you get on any cruise ship, right? It's
Right.
going up the little ramp and getting on and the excitement. They actually call your family by name and introduce you through the ship. And so as you're coming through the threshold, you just feel that little bit of special, right? Hey, we're welcoming the Ingle family. And so, they all clap, all the employees are there and they welcome you to the ship, and then you're free to kind of go about roaming the ship. It was at that time when we went, it was in December, so we went on December 4th, so it was a Christmas cruise.
Cool.
They had a gingerbread house, like thoroughly decorated. It was beautiful.
That's cool.
It was big. It was about as tall as me, and I'm about 5'5" for those who are listening and can't see how tall I am.
Yeah.
But it was really big. They had Christmas tree. It was huge because the atrium area inside the cruise ships are pretty tall, and so it was almost past the second level railing. It was really big. They had Christmas lights everywhere. They had the characters in Christmas outfits. It was just really very inviting as far as Christmas themes and just making it feel like a special Christmas present for those. One of the things too is we didn't tell the kids we were going.
Oh, fun.
So when they came home from school, we arranged.
So when Landon came home from school, he walked through the door. He was pissed. Because he's like, I got all this extra homework. I don't know why they're giving me all this work to do. And it was like, just settle down.
Yeah.
The phone rang. It was Mickey Mouse calling the kids on a landline. Was it a cell phone?
It was a cell phone.
Saying, hey, I hear you're going on vacation and welcome aboard and can't wait to see you. So
you could arrange for that?
Phone call.
Yeah,
cool. You can.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's how they actually found out we were going, and we were leaving that day. So we had our stuff packed and ready to go.
And so after the phone call, we got in the car and went to the airport.
Oh
that's
my
the best,
God, amazing. Love it.
So, there's some things that we really liked about it as far as like the dining was amazing. We loved the dining. You don't like in other cruise lines, you have options, like you have your free option, right? Your main dining, or then you have like your specialty options that you can pay for. If you do main dining, you're always in the same dining room, the same table. Well, you get the same similar concept on Disney, but you rotate into 3 different themed dining rooms, but you stay with your table and your wait staff.
That's amazing.
And so we got to experience different dining experiences. So one was like the 3 Caballeros theming, which was really cool. One was Lumiere's.
Cool.
And then the other one was Art of Animation.
No, no, you just screw me up. That's the resort in Florida. It's the
Animator's Palace.
Yeah, Animator's Palace.
Isn't that where it starts like black and white and turns to color or something?
That's cool.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That sounds like fun.
But the best part of that Animator's Palette was the second time we were there, everyone had a placemat and you could draw a face on a head. They had like a spot for a head, a body, arms, feet, and legs, and hands. You drew your own stick figure. They collected everyone's dinner placemats.
Yeah.
They animated it. At the end of dinner, they animated everyone's placemats, their stick figures, and then you get your placemat back with like an embossed gold sticker. We are official Disney animators now because we had something animated. All
that's
4
cool.
of us, yeah.
So they have screens, like when you're sitting there for dinner, they have screens along the wall, and that's where all of your stick figures were, or any type of, like they went from black and white to color, then they would use the screens to kind of project some of that. But it was really cool because they were black and white, and all of a sudden you turned around and they were in color, and it was like,
beautiful.
Wait a minute, that was quick. It was like the quick changing act.
It
was a lot of fun. We really, really enjoyed all of the dining, and we got to stay with the people that we were sitting with, so we became friends with them, and our wait staff stayed with us too, even though we rotated. So we did a 7-night, and we did the 3 Caballeros 3 times, we did Lumiere's twice, and then we did Animator's Palette twice.
Now, are the menus pretty much the same when you go to each different dining room?
No, the menus, there was always a kids option,
Okay.
and no matter where you were at, okay?
Yeah.
So they were very kid focused because there's a lot of kids on these ships. So, just like in a regular Royal Caribbean, you know how the menu changes every day to go to the main dining.
Right.
But they do have like the classic. So if you want to get a Caesar salad every day, you can get a Caesar salad. Kind of the same thing where they had different things every day, John, but they had a section that you could, if you wanted a strip steak every day, you get a strip steak every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
and a Caesar salad. And I will say, with the white glove service, I think Lana or Landon ordered a steak and they cut it up for them. They're like, they took it, cut
we
it up.
don't have to do anything. They catered to our kids the entire time. So it was a vacation for us, and the kids were catered to. They're like, oh, do they want something different? If they thought for any second that those kids were not happy with what was in front of them, they would immediately figure out what does the kid want? What can we get them? How can we make them happy? So they were like hand and foot. It was really nice, but I don't want my kids to get used to that. However, they did, because now all they'll eat is filet mignon. But spoiled. Do
right.
Sorry. Didn't say that.
Have you heard our other episodes?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, Steve.
But,
Steve's got plenty of ways to bleep out things because I
Spoiled winky doodles.
Hey, don't get me wrong. We love our kids, but the bottom line is they're spoiled rotten.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm my age, and I didn't start cruising until I was in my early 40s.
Okay.
First time I was on an airplane, I was 18.
Yeah.
These little snots have been all over the Caribbean several times.
Right.
Yeah.
Multiple airplane rides.
Yep.
I think it was true story. This Disney cruise was my first trip to Magic Kingdom.
We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Love that.
So we'll
Okay.
get there.
Cool.
So,
Get there.
but the other really cool thing that Disney does is their shows. So they have their theater shows, just like every cruise ship.
Yep.
Theirs was amazing how they had it, but they had like fireworks on their show stage, and it really gave it that little bit of magic. They throw a really, really big pirate party on the deck, and that was really cool, except for we lost a kid, so that was that was our fault.
Oh man, you would love a
We
pirate
had
party.
security looking.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be
So
scary.
it was big. There was just a lot of people.
Yeah.
But they had all the characters out. I mean, I was crying. Me over here, Disney fan. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
oh my God, there's the characters, and he's just like, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
For real. I was like,
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
those are human beings inside those costumes.
Hey, don't ruin
Hey.
it for the listeners.
It's not really
For the listeners, think this is real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you're ruining it.
Bleep it out. Bleep it out.
Bleep, yeah, that's a
So
big
real.
bleep.
So real.
That's a big censor right there. Spoiler warning.
The other thing that they had that was super nice was a theater. So you could go in and they were playing like Moana or Doctor Strange. Honestly, we went in when they were playing Doctor Strange. It was the best nap we ever got.
Nice.
So, it was amazing.
Nothing
We
against
were
the
so
movie.
Tired.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, that's the Disney stuff.
Wait, I have something to add.
Go ahead.
Hold on. She asked what Disney does well, and I'm trying to finish that. So another thing is that honestly, as an adult, we walked into the kids club to drop them off.
Yeah.
Holy moly. It was themed. It was well done. There was plenty of play areas, things to climb on, things to do, video games. It was amazing. And I was like, honey, can we stay in here all day? Because this seems like a lot of fun.
Well, and one of the things that they do that they do not do on Carnival or Royal Caribbean is when you drop your kid off at Kids Club, they give you a phone. So they can contact you at any time. If there's an issue, they'll call you. That's good. It's also bad because if you have a daughter who's suffering from FOMO, you drop her off, and an hour later, you're getting a call going, Lana wants picked up. I go, why? Like, no. No, she's staying.
She wanted to be out hanging out with, at the pool and doing, other things than being with all the kids in there playing. I think she was at an age where she was like, there's more to do outside of this, and I don't know that I want to be stuck here.
Well,
Sure.
And Jess, you know this from personal experience, at least for us.
Yeah.
The very first cruise we ever did, in my opinion, was the best cruise we ever went on because everything was new.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to expect.
Sure.
And then so every 12, 13 cruises later, we'll get off that cruise and go, man, I really like this, but man, that one time on Enchantment,
Sure.
which was our first cruise.
Yep.
And I think it was the same for the kids. They had done a cruise a year earlier for Christmas. We were on Carnival. That was their first experience. And I will say, for the record, the Carnival Kids Club, bar none, the best.
Wow.
For the kids. They loved it.
Our kids, anyway, absolutely love the Carnival Kids Club.
Kind of
Okay.
like the same stuff offered with Carnival, like in the kids club.
I really think it came down to Disney had the things, the items to climb, the tangibles. Carnival had the personable counselors that they hired. They were engaged with the kids. They wanted to play with the kids. They did activities with the kids.
They did experiments.
But with Disney, they were like, okay, here's this big playground. Play.
Go on.
Yeah.
Right. And so kids would only entertain themselves, where our kids were more like, hey, I want you to interact with me. I want you to build this with me. I want you to draw with me. Like, and that's what Carnival had, was more of that personable experience for the kids and interactions with them.
Yeah.
So they didn't have all the tangibles, like the big, like, material touchy thingies, but they just had the personable stuff.
Yeah.
Are they in the kids club for like a couple hours, and then you just come back later and pick them up, or?
Well, every cruise is a little different. So like Carnival, that was our experience with putting them in kids club, and it was 10 o'clock where you had to pick them up, or you could pay for the extra hours until 1 a.m. We would show up at 10 o'clock and they're like, we're not ready to leave. And we're like, but you haven't even eaten dinner. And they're like, we don't want to go. So we would pay for them to stay until 1 o'clock. So
that's late.
Us parents went out drinking, and then we went up there drunk and picked up our kids and took them and put them in bed. I mean, that's
But hey,
fine.
to be completely fair, someone else was driving the ship, so we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we were drinking and driving.
Right.
Good.
And we just had to find our way to our floor and find our way to our room.
Right.
Yeah, it was fine.
Right.
Sometimes that's hard enough.
Yeah. Oh, that's
But-
great.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of things I liked about it, and it's hard, and it pains me to say this because I do, like, this group here really enjoy Disney, but sometimes, like, even at the parks, you kind of feel like you're maybe a little nickel and dimed, you know?
On the cruise, you mean, or at the parks?
At the parks.
Okay, yeah.
And so it kind of felt that way a little bit on the cruise.
Okay.
Like I don't, maybe I shouldn't, this is my opinion. Like,
Yeah,
I
no.
shouldn't, I love the Disney popcorn. Love it.
Yeah, same.
I shouldn't have to pay for Disney popcorn on the boat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, because aren't there are like snacks and stuff that are included in the price, right?
But like if you want the popcorn bucket,
Oh.
you got to pay for the bucket, and then you got to pay like a small fee to have it refilled. So.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just
Let me-
popcorn. Come on.
Let me just promote AMC A Stubs list, because I'm an AMC A Stubs list member for the movie theater.
Yeah.
You can buy. I'm not a popcorn guy. We know this from the last Disneyland Paris episode. But like, if I wanted to get popcorn, I could buy the popcorn, and then I can go up and get a free refill. That's AMC.
Yeah.
That's a movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should be able to be like, okay, here, you can get a free refill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, like, if you, and I'm being nitpicky at this point, right? Like, if you look at what we, in 2016, paid for a 7-night Disney cruise interior room, we could have done almost 2 Royal Caribbean cruises.
Yes.
Because of the price.
Yes.
I don't mind exposing the price. So in 2016, for 4 of us to do an interior room on 7 night was $4,400 and some odd dollars.
Okay.
Call it 5 G's.
So like, yeah. So, and then when you get on there, so I know like other cruise lines will do drink packages.
Right.
Disney does not do that. They also do not have a casino. So those are 2 things to note. If you're going for a casino or if you're going for all the alcohol, you're paying for the alcohol by the drink that you buy.
Got it. Okay.
And so
You've got the
I have our invoice from 2016.
Hey.
So like,
It's like, I don't want to see that.
Right.
I don't want to. Oh, there it is.
Love it.
Every cruise we've ever taken, she's got all this, everything
Yeah.
from it.
That's
I don't
awesome.
save it. So anyway, like we were at dinner one night, and at Lumiere's, one of the liquors that he got was $7.48. But then we also went to a different night. We were at dinner, and he got a it was like a $21 drink. Yeah, it was Pinocchio's Bar or something like
How
that.
do you know
was
it was
a
mine?
21. Well, because it's under your name, so your card got swiped.
Oh.
Damn you, card.
Don't.
That's
Could have
hilarious.
been her card.
Yeah.
But the drinks all varied, but you do have to pay for them by whatever you drink.
Okay. Okay.
There were some adults on there. For us, taking kids, we would feel like there was a lot of families.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of just couples, like adult couples that went to just experience on their own. So I feel like it really had a range of like families and then just adults that like Disney, and we ran into quite a few of them who are like, oh, we'll never sail anything else. We will only sail Disney because they love that white glove service. They love what they get with it.
Sure.
Which, if that was their very first cruise, then that's kind of what they may be tied to. Just like he said earlier, we're Royal Caribbean because that's the first one we ever did.
Same, yeah.
So it was really nice, but they still have like Bippity Boppity Boutique on the ship.
Cute.
So
Okay.
both of the kids went up there and they got their little hair done. My son had glitter and he goes, Mom, it's glitter.
It was dragon scales.
It's dragon scale.
Yeah. Dragon scales
And he got
are
his
shiny.
little cape and he got his little, shield, and she got her hair all pulled up in her bun that was tight, and she was like Chinese by the time they were done, because they pull it up so tight. She looked absolutely stunning.
Free facelift. Love it. Love it.
Mulan. She came into Mulan after that.
Love
Oh,
that.
wow.
Oh my god.
No, I think probably one of my favorite experiences on there. There was a bar up front. I can't remember what it was called, but they turned it into one night the Snuggly Duckling.
Oh,
from
okay. Tangled, yeah.
Oh.
And so they had like the ruffians and the thugs
yeah.
Like the characters.
in there
That's
dressed
cool.
up, the characters, and they had a piano player with a hook on his hand playing piano like in the cartoon.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
That's
it
fun.
was so cool.
Amazing.
It felt like, because they like took over. They had their signs hanging up, the Snuggly Duckling,
Yeah.
and they had the ruffians in there all dressed up like Vikings and stuff, like in the movie. It was
Yeah.
really, really cool.
That is awesome.
That's the cool thing, like with these new cruises that are coming out. They're coming up with these themed and interactive and immersive lounges. Like
Yes.
there's one that has like Star Wars. and then
Yeah, I saw
one
that.
of the new ones coming out has Haunted Mansion themed, which would be amazing.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Ooh, I saw that. I
Yeah.
really want to do that. I know, Jess,
Same.
you've been talking about doing the Frozen one, but I know you
Yes.
shared that Haunted Mansion with me, and I was like, yes, I definitely want to do it. Like, in a sense, I kind of don't want to pay for another Disney cruise because they're expensive.
Yeah.
But I do want to have those experiences because I think
Yeah.
that they would be amazing.
Now,
Yeah.
for like for you and Steve, right?
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to take Natalie with you,
Right.
I will say this is really cool. Every room has a bathtub.
Oh,
so
good to know.
like from like your experience on Royal, you get that tiny little corner shower,
Yeah.
right? That you're like hitting the walls, just turning around.
Oh yeah, it's not
Uh,
for kids. No.
Every room has a bathtub.
That's
so you
awesome.
can take the littles and give them a bath
Yep.
and all of that. So
That's amazing.
they
Yeah.
definitely do it right.
Yeah, I was gonna say with what you're saying about the price though too, because Steve and I were like, I don't know, probably last year, just out of curiosity, looking at the new ship, which was the Wish, right? That's been out. That's the ship that has the Frozen restaurant, and we
Yeah.
follow these video bloggers. They're called Ordinary Adventures. We follow them on YouTube, and they're always reviewing food. They're always doing the Disney parks, but they do cruises too. Like they've done Royal and they've done the Disney Wish and stuff. And I mean, they are, we jokingly call them the nerds because they're like super Star Wars kind of people. They were crying at the Frozen restaurant with how moved they were with the performances and the theming of that restaurant. Can you imagine me in that flipping
You
restaurant?
would lose your dude.
I would be in heaven. I'd be like, okay, take all of my money. Make me bankrupt because I am so happy to be in Frozen. But what my point is, Steve and I were looking at the pricing, and actually compared to what you just said that you guys paid, the Wish was only sailing for like the longest cruise was like a 4-night cruise, which to me was nuts. That's not long at all. Like by the time you
No.
finally get settled on a cruise, you're like, oh, we have to get off this boat. And I think Steve and I even looked at maybe an internal room, but also just even a room with a window. And I swear to God, it was like $4,000 just for that 4-night cruise on the Wish. And I'm like, what? Like
Well,
Royal, you
and-
can pay like $1,200 for a cruise.
Oh, okay.
Now,
okay.
and
Gotcha.
the thing is, like we went when the kids were younger. We didn't
Yeah.
have any issues pulling them out of school at the first or second week of December.
Yeah.
Because cruising during their Christmas break, everyone knows, even Royal and Norwegian and all those guys, they really jack up their prices at that Christmas vacation when kids are out of school.
Sure.
So we would always go like the first week after Thanksgiving or the second week after Thanksgiving or early December. We can't do that now. They're in high school. cool.
Right.
But I think
It's most cost effective during that time.
Sure.
100%. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for doing one of those cruises with small children for Christmas and you can pull them out of school, highly recommend doing that first or second week of December, because that's when the rates are pretty low.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a lot of travelers.
and even
Right.
you know what, even if you want to go to the parks,
Yeah.
that first or second week after Thanksgiving.
Yep. That's what
is
we
kind
just
of
did.
Yeah.
This last
Yeah.
year, we went the Monday right after Thanksgiving. We flew into Orlando, and I don't even think we did Genie Plus at all.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it was,
it's slower.
yeah.
It's slower.
So it was
Yeah.
great.
So I do want to share a couple of things that I know will drive Rob nuts for one of them. So I want to share that. And the other one was just really, it was hysterical. So we were on the ship and we're just minding our business. And all of a sudden we see Spider-Man dressed up.
Okay.
Well, before that, no, we had saw Stitch earlier.
Yes, we saw other characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we saw Spider-Man and he's just running, like hightailing it through the ship. So we finally stopped and a few of us who were standing around and just wanted to take our pictures with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tag you in. Go ahead.
Oh, the kids they're next to Spider-Man. Are you in that picture? We have the picture. I will send it to you. You've
Yeah.
got to see this. It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's like, he's all like, got his web shooters out.
Yeah.
He's on his one knee and the kids are standing there and he's like, you can hear him whisper, go, hurry up. Security's after me. He was just some random guy on the ship, dressed head to toe in a full Spider-Man outfit,
Oh my God.
running around. He was not an authorized character
Oh
on the ship.
God. Oh no.
And so as soon as we snapped that photo, he stood up and security was coming and he hightailed.
Oh my God.
Have no idea who it was. It was Peter Parker. I don't know.
That's
maybe.
hilarious. Oh my God.
That's
But
so
yeah,
funny.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
So then there was this one
Oh,
other
wow.
time where I don't know where he went. He took off or
I
something.
went to go see the hypnotist.
Okay, he went to go see the hypnotist, and the kids wanted to do like the little show in the atrium with the characters and the princesses. And
Yeah.
so, anyways, we do this little show, this shebang. There's a ton of kids around.
I know where you're going.
And
I know where you're going with this.
so then they just do this big old poof, right? And
Okay.
all this confetti is everywhere, and it's beautiful. It's all silver, little Mickey heads on it.
All Mickey head confetti.
It
Oh
was
gosh.
so cool.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, they gave us these little like holders for, I don't know, it was like a little pouch because they saw the kids picking them all up.
Because our pretentious kids, right, that have everything money can buy, is over here scooping this crap up off the floor with like dust bunnies and lint, holding big piles of this confetti. So the worker was like, "Oh, would you like a envelope to put your confetti in
Oh
with
my
lint
God.
and dirt and
Yeah.
not a lot of dirt, but
Yeah.
So we have
Two pouches.
2 envelopes full of Disney confetti.
That's
Yes.
hilarious.
So we get off the ship.
Yeah.
And we're in Miami. Long story short, we flew in and out of Orlando just because the flights were just stupid cheap to fly into Orlando.
Yeah.
So we flew into Orlando, drove to Miami, dropped off the rental car, boarded the ship, got off the ship, picked up a rental car, drove to Orlando, came home. Right?
Yeah.
More on that.
Yeah.
More on the Orlando second leg coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And so we're standing here waiting for the national shuttle to come, and here's Lana dropping confetti,
Oh.
scooping it up off the sidewalk. Then we're on the shuttle.
Oh my God.
Dropped her envelope of confetti on the nasty rental
Oh.
car shuttle, scooping it up.
Oh no.
I guarantee you, in this house, 8 years later, there's an envelope of confetti from Disney Magic with dust and grime and dirt from the parking lot, from the shuttle car.
Hey, it's all memories,
everywhere.
man. It's all
That's
memories.
hilarious.
And yes, I do still have both envelopes of confetti with lint and dirt and trash and all.
If I can find it, I'm throwing it away.
Yep.
Nope. Nope.
It's somewhere in his house under lock and key. Like, I don't know where it is, but I'm gonna find it now.
That's
Now,
hilarious. Oh my
So,
God.
real quick.
Okay.
So we're driving to Orlando.
Yeah.
Are you going into this?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh
all right,
yeah.
all right.
We're driving to Orlando.
So this is after the cruise.
After the cruise,
Okay.
driving up to Cocoa Beach.
Yep.
We're gonna spend the night in Cocoa Beach.
Well, okay, we'll finish this story. We got to go back to something on the ship.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I look over and there's my beautiful wife on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
Tappity tap tap away, and I go, this can't be good. This is gonna cost money. I know it's gonna cost money. And just out of the blue, she goes, Mara, we don't have anything planned for tomorrow. We can do 1-day Magic Kingdom tickets.
Yeah.
For whatever it costs. And
Yep.
I go, honey, we just got off a 7-day Disney cruise.
Yeah.
Why do you want to go to Magic Kingdom? And she said, and I quote, I didn't feel the magic on the ship.
Okay.
Wow, even on the Disney Magic.
Okay.
So
Even on the... Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Expand
yeah.
on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You nailed
Yeah.
that, John.
Right here.
Yeah, you're
So-
right
Yeah.
here.
So the next day, we go to Orlando. We rope drop at 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Fireworks were at, midnight?
9:30.
9:30. Park closed at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
We got back to the car 1:30. 8 a.m. to 1:30, one
Oh
park
my God.
all day. The fact that, and here's the worst part.
That was his first trip to Magic
First
Kingdom.
trip ever.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
She almost didn't survive because we'd get off a ride. We got off Pirates. We
Yeah.
get off Pirates. And she goes, well, in Disneyland in California, the bathroom is over here. And in Orlando, it's over here on the right.
Yep.
Then we'd go somewhere else, and she'd go, well, in Disneyland in
Yeah.
California, this is over here, and that's over there. And
Yep.
then after the fourth, in Disneyland in California, I'm like, you say Disneyland in California one more time, I swear to God, I'm going to choke you out right here. Okay? Like, let me experience the magic. Let me experience the magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
had you at that point been to Disneyland, you had been to
I had
Disneyland.
never been to any
Oh,
Disney.
any.
wow, that was your
Okay.
first.
Ever.
Got it.
My
Got it.
first- Yeah.
Okay.
And because I love her so much, I keep going back.
Yep. That's what our men
Yep.
signed
Yeah.
up for, Nastassja. Steve signed
I
up for
know.
that. I'm like, I want to go every year. So sorry.
Yeah.
I just go.
We're
every
doing
year.
Magic Kingdom this year.
my
We're
own.
doing it in December. So we're going back for
Yes.
Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're doing it like
Yes.
3 days after. The Saturday after Christmas is when we're going.
Oh,
Yep.
fun.
Yeah.
Fun. So why, if you don't mind me asking, I know you had to say some stuff, you wanted to go back to going on the ship.
Yeah.
So, but I do have a question about why did you feel like you didn't feel the magic on the ship?
So it kind of goes back to the Royal Caribbean thing where you have like trivia, you have bingo, you have like so many like different things that you can do. There's music playing here, there's things going on everywhere.
Right.
And I just felt on the Disney cruise, it was a smaller ship. There wasn't there's no casino,
Right.
there's no drink package. I'm not liquored up.
Yeah.
It just seemed like there was something missing. And while the show was amazing and the characters were really cool because we did get to experience Belle in her Christmas dress,
Yeah.
which is amazing because you don't get to see her very often in her Christmas dress.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like I wasn't transformed. It was a cruise ship with Disney characters and great Disney shows, but there wasn't that feel of being transformed into a Disney fantasy theme, if you
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
I felt like I was just on another cruise ship. And I think I had more high expectations of when I walk into Disney California Adventure, every inch of that park, I felt like there's a theme throughout, right?
Yeah.
Like you just feel like there's something every corner, there is something themed. It's transformed. It's not just a regular building or it's not just a regular park, And so I felt like, okay, I'm gonna get on the ship and it's gonna be totally transformed
Right.
at every corner and every turn. And it was not.
That makes sense.
I think for me, as a cruiser,
Mm-hmm.
I have certain expectations on what I want to do on a cruise.
Yeah.
And as a Disney fan, when like she said, when you go into a Disney park, you are transported to like my favorite. Like I love California Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Radiator Springs in California Adventure, like every tiny, teeny little detail from the movie has come to life
Yes.
in Radiator Springs. I agree with her. I really didn't feel that
Yeah.
on the ship. It was cool. Don't get me wrong. It was super, super cool, but it was like,
Yeah.
I'm not getting the full Disney experience, but I'm also not getting the full cruise experience.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mashup of the two.
Yeah.
And for those listening that love Disney cruises, hey, you go, girl. Like if
Yeah.
that's your thing, man, do you, boo. Like I'm not gonna stop you.
But I felt like
You
the
know?
only time like I felt transformed was in the dining.
I was
dining
just gonna
experience.
ask that. I could see that. Yeah.
And so that's really cool. But then it's like that one time a day where I'm like, okay, now here it all starts.
Yeah.
But then throughout the day, I'm like, okay, I'm not really impressed.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll ask you this. Like, okay, Jess, you've been to Disney
Yep.
and you've cruised different lines. At any point on either one of those, have you ever found yourself kind of bored?
No, I don't think so. I mean, because with
so,
Royal, the thing about Royal though is it's not themed something. So like Nastassja said, like there's always stuff going on here and there and everywhere. So there's always a bajillion options of things to do.
Right.
And then obviously, Disney World, there's so many options of things as well. So I don't know.
Right.
It's hard. Depends. I don't know. That's a hard question.
Not to play. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, I found myself a couple of times, not a lot.
Yeah.
But a couple of times throughout the cruise, it's like, kind of. And we went to go see Doctor Strange. It was like, well, there's really not a lot going on.
Not a lot. Yes.
So let's duck in here and watch this new movie. This is a cool movie.
Right.
But I would never do that in Disney World.
Right.
And I would never do that on a Royal.
Right.
Or
Totally.
on a Royal cruise.
Totally.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I get, because I think too with Royal, the fact that you can do like a drink package, it's fun when you're able to just go order a drink here and then walk around with it and stuff like that. Whereas, because Steve and I had the package for our honeymoon when we met you guys. So it was nice to, and then there's so many different bars on the ships, to go to, so.
Well, and not to sound like a raging alcoholic, right? The number one reason we get the drink package is because we know our all-in cost up front.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. So the last thing we want to do is at the end of a 7-day cruise go, oh my God, we got this huge bar bill.
Yes.
And it's not just alcoholic drinks, it's sodas.
Yes, totally.
It's bottled water, it's specialty coffees.
Absolutely.
That's all included in the drink package. So
right.
I just don't want to be I don't want to be nickel and dimed.
No, that
every
makes
time I
sense.
Go get something to drink,
Yeah,
so
that makes
that's why
sense.
we always get the drink package because we have our all-in cost up front.
Yeah.
John, you were going to say something. I'm sorry, I cut you way off.
Oh, you're good. No, I was gonna say, like, not to play like devil's advocate with like the theming side of things, but because like you guys went on the Magic, which is one of the first cruise lines, so maybe they heard like way back when and have improved on like the theming with these new ships.
Yeah,
and again,
things have gotten better.
I would totally, because I love to cruise.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, twist my arm, I'll go on another cruise.
Right.
I would just, you'd mentioned doing a Disney cruise with you and Steve and Natalie and us and our family. Dude, I'm totally down with it.
Yeah.
I'd give him a second shot.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna.
If the price is right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
See, I can't justify $4,000 for a 4-night cruise.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
It's hard. You can spend your $4,000 in the park for an entire week with merch and everything.
Yes.
Right? Food, you can spend $4,000 for an entire week and maybe not even spend that much, right?
Right.
Like hotel and everything. You can probably even stay somewhere really nice for $4,000.
And
Absolutely.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to one of my customers. I was in Arkansas this week.
Yeah.
And I discovered that he's a Disney fan also.
Yeah.
So we sat and chopped it up for about an hour about Disney. When they go to Orlando, 2 days every park. They're doing 9 days in Orlando, 2 days in every park.
Wow.
I mean,
Can you imagine 9 days straight without a break?
No, I would need at least 1 or 2 break days.
And that's what I've been doing that recently, is like taking a day break in between, park days. And it is amazing. Like there's so much we've talked about it in past episodes.
Yeah.
But there's so much to see and do besides the parks.
Yeah, and John can
love the parks.
speak to that for sure, because you love to get up and walk the boardwalk and resort hop and all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love my walks.
Yeah.
You gotta have a break.
Yes. Having myself. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say not just physically but mentally, because it's such a sensory overload with everything. Like you gotta step away for a day just to kind of
and especially nowadays too, because you're on your phone looking at trying to book every single thing,
and
making sure you
what's
get
available on the Lightning Lane now.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say with the Disney cruise thing, I've been on a few Royal cruises. I've done the Enchantment. That was a smaller ship. I think you guys said you've done that. Yeah. And then I've done the Enchantment, and then I've done the Allure. So then you compare those two ships, right? Which obviously the Allure is a way bigger ship. And I've noticed that, just speaking to only being a Royal Caribbean person, there's been immense improvements, I feel like, with the newer ships. More things to do, more specialty restaurants, more shops, more specialty bars or whatever, show things or activities. So I can't help but wonder, like you said, I bet you they've improved the Disney cruises, but
sure, yeah.
But the thing is, I can't help but wonder if maybe with kind of what Nastassja was saying about how you don't feel immersed and transformed by going on the cruises, I wonder if they should do better with with maybe theming sections of the ship to be different things, right? Like, oh, the atrium is, the ballroom from Beauty and the Beast or something, or maybe this area is, Sleeping Beauty, like a, Central Park or something is the Sleeping Beauty forest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like I'm wondering if they need to theme more parts of the ship.
It's funny you say that because like they've released like newer concept art for some of the new ships, and one of them, they have like a huge like garden, like forest, like walkway with waterfalls and like scenery and cafes and that kind of thing. So it's like they're listening.
Yeah. So I wonder if hopefully down the road they're going to improve more of that, because I get what you're saying. It's almost like you're on a boat that just has a Mickey's face on it, and that's it.
Well, and to be fair, right? Like there are you have constraints on a ship, right? Like you have to have, like, I can't remember if I saw this on a documentary or if someone on our cruise said something like the loopholes that the Disney Corporation had to go through for the color of the lifeboat on the ship.
Oh, wow.
To fall within those, like they wanted a certain color, but then like the U.S. Coast Guard and then the maritime laws are like, no, you can't have that color. So they compromise with the color that they have.
Oh.
Wow. So I mean, there are constraints with what you can and cannot do on a ship.
Sure,
right?
Makes sense.
So,
yep.
I mean, I get that. But I think to what you guys are saying and what Nastassja's saying is back then, I think they could have done maybe a little more to make it more transformative, and maybe they have in the because that was 8 years ago,
right? Well, you think about even the Star Wars hotel that just closed.
The Star Cruiser.
Yeah. I'm not saying that each ship should be themed one movie or one character or one thing, but the thing that to me looked really cool, because the vloggers we watched did do the Star Cruiser, the thing to me that looked really cool was that you are so immersed in that world of being there. And I mean, I don't know if you guys know why that hotel wasn't successful and closed.
It's very expensive for one.
Yeah, that was part of it too. But to me, if you're gonna go there, it's like you're gonna kind of want to leave because you want to go to the parks. So I could see why maybe people didn't want to spend the money to do that. But to me, if you're going on a cruise, obviously you're not going to the parks. You're trying to be immersed in a whole vacation on a ship.
Yeah.
So
you just want that theming.
Yes. So that's interesting.
I mean, it'd be great for people who want a little bit of Disney in their cruise.
Yeah.
But for someone who's expecting to be transformed, that ship it did not give me that feeling. Now, I don't know if it's been through a refurb or anything.
Very, very tough critic.
No, but I get what you're saying.
I have my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I haven't been on a Disney cruise, but I get what you're saying for sure.
And
I just want to feel like I'm in it, right? And I wasn't getting that.
Well, Jess, and I think not speaking for you, but being a cruiser who's experienced the joys of cruising, right? I mean, we could do a whole episode on cruising.
Yeah.
I love cruising.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sounds like from what you were saying, what's keeping you away is the price.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. I cannot justify $4,000 for 4 nights.
Yeah.
So my boss went on one this summer with he has his wife and 2 kids.
Yeah.
And they're like 9 and 11 or something.
Okay.
And he said they absolutely loved it. It was white glove service. The kids had fun. So I think it's all in just, what do you expect when you go on a cruise, and what is your benefit when you're going on a Disney cruise? You get that white glove service, right? Like they said, we don't now on Royal Caribbean, we're printing out our own tags. We're doing all the digital stuff. Now back then, we still had to print out all of our stuff for Royal, but Disney sent it to us in this nice little package, and we got like postcards, and we got, like a 8x10 of Lily and Walt holding little Mickey on a ship when they cruised. And so, I mean, you get certain things, you get certain memories to kind of carry with you, and that special touch that they do is you're going to pay for it, right? So if you expect that when you cruise, and that's something that you got on your first cruise because you did it with Disney, when you go to another cruise line, you're not going to get that white glove service. So Disney's going to be your cruise of choice because you get that service, right?
Yeah.
So it's all in the experience, I believe.
Yeah.
But I did want to go back really quick. We talked they have their private island. It's Castaway Key or Castaway Cay. You know, I don't know how you say it properly, but they had quite a bit of things to do. I mean, it was smaller. It's not as big as Royal Caribbean's is today for size. If you've been to Coco Key, they've got a lot of, you know, like lazy river pool, and they've got, you know, tons of beaches. Now they have an adults only area. So they really keep expanding and growing that. With Disney's, it's a little bit smaller scale, but they have like the characters are out there in the sand. There's like a little dig site for them. They have little food stations. They have trams that go everywhere. So again, you're getting a little bit of that white glove service. You're getting some interactions with characters out on the beach. And it really is a good time. I thought, maybe I'm wrong. Did they have the pirate ship, or was that Carnival?
That was a different one. No, what I remember from Castaway Cay, it rained. It rained that day. So, you know, and well, like I said, you know, she mentioned Coco Cay with Royal. We've never been to Coco Cay with only one ship there. Okay, and I think we were the only ship at Castaway Cay that day. Okay. So it wasn't crowded. Yeah. But again, it was raining, so it kind of ruined it. But I mean, you can't. I mean, it's the weather, right? Like, you can't. Right. You know, it's not Disney's fault that it rained that day. Right. You know, but it looked really cool. Yeah. Yeah. What is that?
Do they like have you sign up for, if you do excursions, it's something like where you sign up for excursions ahead of time and like you go to the island and then you do those activities, and it's like you have to pay extra for that too, or?
So you do have to pay extra. So that's where we feel like, okay, you get this white glove service and you have this huge cost. Right. Yeah. But what's really included in it? Right. It's kind of like, there's not a whole lot included in it. Maybe the paper that you're printing our tags on and the booklet you're sending to us that's all extravagant,
right? That's one heck of a booklet. All right, you cherish that.
Right.
But John, but it's like that with any cruise line, though.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you go to Coco Cay and you want to ride jet skis, like, you have to pay to ride jet skis. Like, it's not included.
Hello, and thank you for listening. We're experiencing a technical difficulty, so listen to John and Rob talk about Disney World.
But John, I will say, I don't know if you guys covered this in a previous episode, the Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, amazing ride.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's Disney's it's my favorite ride of ever at Disney.
It's a good one. I mean, that's the thing, like, with all these changes with Disney that's happening, like, with the parks and stuff, it's like they're getting rid of, like, some of the nostalgic attractions. Like, I don't know if you heard about the Tom Sawyer's Island and the riverboat. They're getting rid of that in Magic Kingdom in Orlando to make way for, like, Cars Land, or a new Cars area with a couple attractions there.
Remember, these are the...
And it's like, it's frustrating, but then you're just like, but they do such a good job with what they create, so it's a toss-up. But
let me ask you this. I mean, do you think, though, since they pretty much own everything around the park, wouldn't it be easier to expand versus taking out Tom Sawyer Island and the riverboat?
They do have land, that's for sure.
Are they? No, they're taking out the Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're doing
like that center.
Yeah.
I'm saying just put Cars Land like out on like left field.
I don't know.
Unless like there's some logistical like warehouses and like backstage stuff and.
Yeah. Oh, you guys talking about the new stuff happening with taking out the Rivers of America and stuff?
We were just sidebarring while you were getting
your technical issue.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's kind of sad that they're getting rid of that because it's such a beautiful view, but I don't know. I'm stoked for Villains Land though.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah,
for sure. That's overdue.
Yeah.
And now back to the episode.
We were talking about, so we're coming back to the episode. So we were talking about, I think you were saying something about like excursions.
Oh yeah,
on other cruise
extra.
lines. It's extra.
Yeah, so like if you go to any other cruise line's private island, like it's not all inclusive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Like if you want to ride jet skis, that's an excursion you have to pay for.
Right.
If you want to do the water park at Coco Cay, you have to pay admission for that.
Sure.
So, that's in. So Disney having to pay for some of the activities on their private island, that's in line with other cruise lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
But you do book your excursions for any of your stops. Like I was looking back at ours and I was like, we booked a dolphin push-pull-swim excursion. And he's like, I don't remember doing that. I was like, I don't remember doing that either.
Yeah.
And then I looked at like what we actually did and we must have canceled it. But
Okay.
it's in our little booklet that we had booked it because they give you the rundown. So we must have last minute said, no, we're not going to do that. But yeah, I mean, you still have to, you want to book if you're going to cruise and you're going to cruise Disney or any cruise line, you do want to book your excursions and book them early because they will fill up. There's limited slots, and you got to think there could be other ships that are pulling in. So like one of our stops on that cruise was Cozumel. Well, we all know a lot of the cruise ships go to Cozumel, so there could be, 5 ships in there at one time.
Yeah.
And these excursion companies can fill up pretty quickly. So book far in advance and get secured what you're interested in doing.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
And that is an additional expense. It's not included. It
Yeah.
just depends on what you want to do. Yeah.
Same with Royal. Like when we had our stop at Curacao, the only excursion Steve and I did was we did like a tour or something. It was like a bus tour.
Was that the the cruise we met you guys on?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's the only one you guys have been on as a couple, right?
Yes. I've been on one with my mom, and then I've been on a couple family cruises, like before I met Steve. So I've done like the Enchantment, I've done the Oasis. I'd have to go back and think how many I've been on, but I've been on like 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I will note on that ship, just because I've been on several cruise lines, several different size ships, that ship was the one that I got the most stick on, I think, because it was rocking and rolling. I think I was trying to buy some photos, and I had to put myself to bed.
Yeah.
Because I was just getting nauseous.
Yeah,
Now I
yeah.
have learned that with cruising, because I do get motion sickness, even in parks, I take Bonine.
Okay.
It's non-drowsy, and I take it when I go to the amusement parks because some of the rides
Sure.
do motion sickness for me.
Yeah.
Cruises, I get motion sickness. So because Disney doesn't have a drink package and you can't get obliterated and know whether it's the ship moving or you're drunk, you kind of have to take Bonine if you get motion sickness. But on the other cruises, I just stay drunk the whole time and it's fine.
Right. That was how I
It
felt
levels you out.
when we went on the Cosmic Rewind. The drunker we were the second time we did Cosmic Rewind, the motion didn't bother me as much because that ride can be rough with motion sickness. And I felt less
Yeah, you mentioned that. And you also
dizzy.
were like making sure that you were looking at the track, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Like the direction. It doesn't
direction
matter,
we were going.
Not
Yes.
like the direction that we were facing.
Right.
But okay. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
interesting because that can kind of hurt your neck too.
Yeah, because I've noticed as I've gotten a little bit older, I get a little more motion sickness on rides. Because I've always been fine doing roller coasters, but sometimes it'll bug me a little bit. Like Expedition Everest, the part where you're going backwards and turning a corner, that really bothered me a lot. So it's like stupid little things like that I'm like, oh, geez, okay, I don't know what's going on with me, but I can't handle it like I used to when I was in my teens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you done Remy's yet?
Yeah, I have.
That's in Paris.
No, they have
They
one
have
in
it in
Epcot.
too, yeah.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, you get with the program.
It's
Know
in
your
Paris
Yeah.
and Epcot.
A little research,
checking.
please. No, okay.
Yeah.
I'm checking NFL scores. Thank you.
So Remy's makes me motion sick.
Sure.
Big time.
I get that, 'cause the
I couldn't
screens.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my advice for cruisers is it's cheaper to get Bonine, and if you get motion sickness and you want to take your kids on a Disney cruise,
Yep.
get the Bonine, because if you have to pay for the drinks, which are extra, it's not included.
Right.
It's going to
Still?
be very expensive.
That's still the case.
Yeah.
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 That
So they
sucks
don't want to
about.
promote drink packages on Disney.
Interesting. Very
But
interesting.
they sell a lot of shot glasses in the stores at Disney parks.
Yeah. Yeah. Very
Promoted
interesting.
there. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, and you might get lucky and see a Renegade Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know.
That's great.
I was actually, that's so funny when you told us that story. When I was at Disney World in 2022 during Halloween time, they do the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. So I was with the group of travel agents, and one of the women in my group dressed up as, what's the redhead from Hocus Pocus? The Bette Midler part?
It's Bette
It's Bette Midler.
It's one of the Sanderson sisters.
Yeah, one of her.
I
Okay.
can't think of her name.
Kids were coming up to her asking for her autograph because she looked so legit.
Did she get in trouble?
Yes.
Oh.
Somebody was like, you can't do that.
Yeah, they are very specific with
Yes.
their cosplaying or
Yes.
dressing up.
But little kids can dress up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about if we do take Natalie, let's say we go this year, I wanted to put her in a Cinderella dress or something.
Well, just be careful of people coming up to her asking for autographs. They'll be surprised when.
Yeah, but I know there is the rule, but it's probably just for adults, right? That adults cannot dress up, but little kids probably can.
Well, yeah, they can, because they do Bippity Boppity Boutique.
That's
and you
true.
can buy a costume in there too, and they can wear that. So
That's
I
true.
mean, it's not
Right.
Yeah, the kids can dress up, the adults cannot.
Okay.
Because the kids will perceive them as a character.
Which I'm okay
Right.
with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, because when we go across town in Orlando to the other place that has the Harry Potter stuff,
Yeah.
I think it's kind of weird that people my age are dressed up like wizards.
Yeah.
Losers? Come on.
We
life.
literally saw two grown adult men like just entertaining each other. They're like, dude, look at my wand, and they were like, like it fits in his pocket. Like they were so they were so
And they got kicked out.
amused. It was like we're sitting there with our children looking over like these two grown adult men
Oh,
are
my
just
God.
way too amused
Have you?
Now-
over
now,
a Harry Potter cape.
My wand is
completely
longer than
honest.
your wand.
What she said.
But it's crooked too.
Peronis. Google Peronis.
Okay.
Pepperonis.
No, to be completely honest, I do have a Harry Potter wand.
Oh.
I had to get one.
Yeah, of course.
It's
fine.
interactive.
Yeah.
We're not going to say anything on here, but we will when we're not
mean-
recording.
Here's our lightsabers right here. Me and Steve's lightsabers.
Yeah.
So we have that, and we have droids on this shelf you can't see, but yeah.
But the lightsabers are more brand specific. The wands are kind of off
True.
brand
True. Very
from
true.
what we're discussing.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, you
Yeah.
can edit all that out.
No,
it's
this is
staying
great.
in.
Anyway.
It's staying
This is
in.
great. Yep.
All our wand talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he said.
No, this grown adult is over there looking at these two adult guys with their capes.
Yeah.
We take the kids in to go get to Ollivanders to get their wands.
Yeah.
We walk out. The kids have wands, and he looks at me and goes, "Do you want a wand?" And I said, "Do you want a wand?" And he goes,
I think I do.
"I think I do." So we marched our rear end back to Ollivanders and got him a wand. I said, "If you three MFers,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
are gonna get wands, I want a wand."
Yeah.
So
Yes,
then
Hell
we
yeah.
all,
Back in.
we all got a wand.
But I got the Elder Wand, which is the most
Oh.
powerful wand ever created.
Oh, my
Oh,
so-
okay.
Have you felt a difference?
Yeah.
It does. The weight of it,
Oh, okay.
It's, when you flick and swish, it definitely, it's very powerful.
That's what
Very
she
powerful.
said.
I like flicking and swishing wands. Anyways.
Well, do you guys have anything else to add on, like cruise experiences or tips or anything?
Yeah. Any last thoughts?
Last thoughts. I would say if you're a Disney fan and you like to cruise, give it a shot.
Yeah.
If you can stomach the cost,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that, to me, that's a huge hurdle.
Yeah.
For going back to doing a Disney cruise is just the cost.
Yeah.
We just love cruising.
Yes. Yeah.
We have done the math, and what you get on a typical cruise, the entertainment, the lodging, the food, you cannot do that vacation for that cost, for that less of a cost, at least amount of money on land.
Mhm.
That's why we cruise so much, because you get so much bang for your buck.
That's true.
So as a cruiser, it would be difficult to get me. I mean, I'm not going to say no. I would do another Disney cruise,
Mhm.
but I'm going to be complaining about the cost the whole time.
Right. Right. No, that
but,
makes sense.
for that kind, but to your point though, Jess, for $4,000 for 4 nights, you can totally do four days in the parks
Yep.
and not spend $4,000.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
So it's you
Yeah.
know what I mean. Like it was a good time. We enjoyed it. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
The kids enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we got that damn Mickey confetti somewhere in this house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I almost thought about getting it and during the show while we were
Oh, so you know where
videoing
it
with
is.
you, just being like,
Yeah. I love it. See, I could justify
But I didn't.
$4,000 for like 7 or 8 days. I could justify more of that, but not $4,000 for 4 nights. Because if you think about it, that's
No.
$1,000 a day. That's some
Yeah.
bull.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And like again, we're bargain shoppers, right? Like the reason we've cruised so much with our kids when they were younger is they would run promotions of buy one get one half off.
Yes.
Kids under 12 sail free.
Right. So
Hello.
true. So true.
Yeah.
So okay, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna go on a Disney cruise with you 3 with
Yep.
Natalie, right? You,
Yep.
Steve,
John,
and
you're
John.
John, you're invited to.
I was gonna say, do we want me to leave or?
No, you're invited.
No, you come with
Oh,
us.
please.
We want you to be there. But for us, we're gonna cost save. We ain't taking our kids.
Oh.
Sorry, they're staying home. Those pretentious little things are
Yep.
gonna stay home.
Yep.
Sorry.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie to you. In April, when we went to Disneyland in California with
Yeah.
No
no
kids.
kids, it was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, to be honest, I don't think I would
Watching-
bring Natalie on a cruise yet until she's probably at least 5. I don't know that I want to necessarily, like, I still want to go with you guys, but I don't think we'd bring her at this point. I want to bring her to the parks.
That's fine. So she's how old? So she's what?
She's
almost 2?
Almost 2, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's in 3 years. So we'll just wait just a little after that. The kids will be out of high school and we will be able to go by ourselves.
Yes. Done.
Yes.
Done.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, like, my favorite thing to do in the parks
Yeah.
is sit on the bench and watch families struggle.
The people
With
watching
the
is incredible.
strollers and the bags and the swag. It's like, oh, I'm so glad that's not me.
Yes. Yep. That'll be us maybe this year, hopefully, if we go. But yeah, because I'm dying to take.
Oh, you'll love
Natalie.
it.
I'm dying to take her, but I know it'll be a different type of vacation with taking a toddler because it's just you
Oh, yeah.
can't just go on Tron like no problem. It's like
Yeah.
okay, you have to do right or switch if you want to do that, and then you have to take into consideration
Yeah.
she's going to be a fuss and wants to get out of the stroller. Today we went to go see my dad play at a pancake breakfast. She was walking all over the place, and I was like
man.
exhausted for 2 hours chasing her around. I'm like,
Just
oh,
imagine
God.
that in Disney.
Yeah.
So, Jess, I mean, you got the memo, right? Like, when you have kids, your life ends. Your life revolves around that little being in the other room.
Yeah.
You sleep when she sleeps. You eat when she's hungry. You
Yep.
leave when she's ready to go.
I get Starbies when she wants Starbies.
Well,
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the nice takeaway for cruising with a toddler, though, is
Yeah.
it's just a walk to your room.
Yeah. True.
It's
Very
not
true.
a shuttle ride. It's not a bus ride. It's not anything. It is
Yes.
a walk to your room and
Yes.
put your baby down.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
so true.
Good point.
Good point. Ah,
So maybe that $4,000's worth it.
yeah. So
You
true.
know, I'm-
They'll feed her. They will make sure she's happy.
Yep.
They will cater to her. She will have a wonderful time.
Yep. Very true.
So, anyway.
Well, thank you
Anyway,
guys.
closing remarks. If you're thinking about doing it, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Thank you
Do it.
guys.
Do it.
Thank you guys so much
Yeah.
again for being guests
Yeah, no
today.
problem.
This was so great.
Oh, it was fun. yeah.
So Johnny John, it's been real.
You as well. It was great having you guys on again.
Yes.
I'd love to have you on
Yeah,
probably
Nastassja and
next
Rob.
season. So
Yes, thank you so much. So we'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate all your support. Please leave us a review and or rating on your favorite podcast platform.
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook under Parks and Pixie Dust Podcast. We are also on Twitter and TikTok under Parks and Pixie Dust. Give us a follow and stay tuned for lots of updates.
And you can also email us at parksandpixiedustpodcast@gmail.com.
Our episodes are released bi-monthly on Wednesdays.